Amid the chaos of the storm, with its howling winds and thunderous rain, hundreds of miles from any known land, all hope is lost. Your boat is being torn apart and thrown on the crashing waves. As the sea begins to overwhelm you, a distant light fractures the night sky before fading into obscurity. You sink into the silence of the ocean. You fight to open your eyes against the glaring sun. As your surroundings come into focus, it looks like you've been washed up on a beach. You can see a little way down the beach your boat wrecked on the rocks. In the other direction is a large forest. As you begin to look closer, you notice a set of footprints in the sand, leading out of the forest towards the boat and then returning to the forest. Head towards the forest or head towards the boat. The boat is a total wreck, but you might be able to salvage something. You search it for anything that might be of use. You attempt to salvage some items from the wreckage. Lantern. It works, but is almost out of oil. You find a broken compass and try to fix it. Compass, rusty but just about working. After you've searched the boat, you continue along the beach or follow the footprints towards the forest. You make your way along the path following the footprints. Your mind is racing with questions. Whose footprints are these? Where am I? How did I get here? What was that light? The last thing you remember is the storm, but before that, nothing. You struggle even to remember your own name. You begin to feel the undergrowth gradually getting thicker and closing in on you as the path gets narrower and narrower. Continue on or head towards the boat. The sun begins to set and the footprints start to fade into darkness. The path seems to be getting narrower as the undergrowth gets thicker. You get a strong sense of unease, as if there's something watching you. Throughout the night, you notice a distant light coming from the other side of the island. It's too dark to continue through such thick foliage. You attempt to build a campsite. Morning finally arrives and you find you're at the entrance to the forest. You also see a path going around the forest. Go into the forest or go around the forest. Upon entering the forest, you soon realise it's very hard to get your bearings. The canopy of the forest trees blocks out a lot of the light, and the birdsong is noisy and overwhelming. You struggle to keep your footing amongst the debris on the forest floor as you battle with the undergrowth. You also get a strong sense of unease, as if you're being watched. You attempt to navigate through the forest. You're getting more and more lost and more disoriented. The further you go, the further you find yourself losing track of where you are. You feel trapped as the trees close in around you. Suddenly the blue sky above turns grey and the rain begins to fall. You're cold, wet and lost. With no idea of which direction to go, you try and maintain a straight line, hoping to find some way out of here. You finally find your way into a clearing in the forest. It's hard for you to tell where you are, but you notice a tall tree right in the middle of the clearing. You climb the tree. You attempt to climb the tree, but miss your footing on a branch and fall to the floor. You hear the sound of running water in the distance, so head that way. You reach a steady flowing river. It's wide and appears deep with no way to cross. You follow the river along to see if it narrows at any point, enough to enable you to cross it. You find yourself at a rope bridge. However, with the light failing, it would be too dangerous to cross. You set up camp for another night. The night is long, and you wish for the day to come. There are strange sounds coming from the forest behind you, and you hope that's where they stay.